What's it really like to live in Kuala Lumpur in 2025? From luxury apartments in Mont Kiara to workspaces and cafes packed with expats, and the daily life that makes this city so exciting. Today I'll show you everything you need to know about living in one of the most incredible countries in Southeast Asia. Kuala Lumpur in 2025, a city where skyscrapers meet street food and cultures from around the world mix together. On one side you've got the iconic Petronas towers towering above the skyline, and just 15 minutes away neighbourhoods like Mont Kiara, home to a thriving international community. Today more than 9 million people live in the greater KL area, and within that number is a large expat community of Japanese, Korean, Middle Eastern, European and more, who now call this city home, and it's easy to see why. Malaysia welcomed over 16.9 million international visitors in the first 5 months of 2025 alone, making it one of Asia's fastest growing travel hubs. In this video, I'm taking you inside what life is really like here. I'll be meeting expats who have moved to Mont Kiara to hear their personal views on living in Kuala Lumpur.
All the comforts of home. I have good restaurants that I love and that I can eat from everywhere. The apartments are lovely. You have co-working spaces like this. You know, it's everything's going to cater to.
I'll also show you the incredible apartment that we stayed in, modern workplaces where people connect, and even how much it really costs to do your weekly grocery shopping here. And trust me, you will be surprised.
So a lot of things you can get cheap in Malaysia, but then there's the odd thing here and there that's like £7 for a Greek yogurt.
Whether you're considering a move, planning a long stay, or just curious what daily life looks like in Malaysia in 2025, by the end of this video you have a clear picture of what living in Mont Kiara, Kuala Lumpur is all about. So come with me, let's explore what it's really like to live in one of the greatest cities in Southeast Asia, Kuala Lumpur. Hello Malaysia, we are officially back to the beautiful country in 2025, and we are back with our baby, so there's 3 of us this time.
Say hi. Her name is Aya and she says hi to everyone.
And in this video everyone, we're going to be showing you what it's like to stay and visit and live in Malaysia in 2025. The costs, nice area, nice restaurants, and also places that you can rent like Airbnbs, just to give you guys a good perspective of why Malaysia, for me, is probably one of the most underrated countries in the world, but we'll get into that shortly. But firstly, I also want to mention we are almost on 100,000 subscribers on the channel, and it would mean the world to me if we reach 100,000 in Malaysia. We're literally only 10,000 away, and I know we can reach it in Malaysia, because when we do, we're going to take a subscriber with us on an adventure, on a vlogging trip. So that could be you guys. So please hit the subscribe button. But
Subscribe.
yeah, let's do it guys, let's do it. And also subscribe for our little one. Say subscribe for you. Subscribe. Okay everyone, we're going to start off the video by showing you this apartment, and let's get the adventure started. And as you walk in, you have this really nice huge living space with a really nice modern sofa, and I love the tiles on the floor. They're like these really big grey marble tiles, and it's just such a nice huge space because we've got a coffee table in the middle. It's got a really nice big TV there, and also I really love the detail on the wall that they've got here with the lighting. Also the kitchen area, I must say, is definitely incredible. You have a nice big spacious kitchen that has all the tools required. When we were looking for Airbnbs here in this area, actually hardly any in Malaysia had an oven, so it was really amazing to find a place that actually comes with an oven. Maybe you guys can tell me, if you are from Malaysia, why is it that so many apartments we struggle to find an oven in? Maybe people in Malaysia don't use ovens that much. They fry food more often. That I guess would make sense, but maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. They've also got a really nice induction pan, so these can heat up the food super good. And then it also comes with a water filter, which is really nice, so you can drink water out of there and also wash dishes with. The great thing about this apartment, it's got these incredible big windows in the living room, which let in so much natural light. And the sun actually sets from here, so we always get to see a sunset. But our view is really nice. We have some swimming pools, some buildings. We have a concrete jungle, to be honest, but it's still really nice. And we have our swimming pool just down there, which we'll show you shortly in the video. And let me show you guys the bedroom. So this is a 1-bedroom apartment, but usually we always prefer to have 2 bedrooms just to have the extra space. But this apartment, the bedroom is really big, and they've also given us another bed, and they also have another TV in the bedroom, which is a nice touch as well. And we have a balcony just out here, perfect for drying the clothes in Malaysia because it gets so hot, so clothes can dry nice and quickly. And then we've almost got this kind of like semi walk-in wardrobe type of area. So you have all the wardrobe space in here, a nice little area just to sit down. And then we have Aya here. How can we have you, madam? You want to say something? Say something to people. Aya, come. Say hello. And also this is our bathroom area, which is very cool because it's got 2 sinks, which is nice, a huge mirror, which I really enjoy. And we have a bathtub. One of the things you'll notice about living in Mont Kiara is just how multicultural it is. From people all over the world live here, and while that's amazing, it also means you sometimes feel language barriers in daily life. For us, we recently got a nanny for our daughter and she doesn't speak much English. That's where today's sponsor, Time Kettle, has been a lifesaver. Their new T1 handheld translator is the world's fastest offline translation device, powered by AI Edge model technology, which means it works seamlessly even without Wi-Fi. This is our nanny that we found quite recently when we came here, and even though her English is okay, sometimes we do need to have like some form of translation device, and that's where the Time Kettle really comes in handy. And I'll show you guys actually how easy it is. So like how many days can she work this week, how long she's been doing the job, just some basic questions that help for when we hire a nanny for our daughter. So I'll show you guys how simple it is. So with one side of the device, you just press the blue side and that will translate it in English. So I'll just show you. Hi Sarah, which days can you work this week?
Hi Sarah, இந்த வாரம் நீங்கள் எந்த நாட்களில் வேலை செய்ய முடியும்?
நான் இந்த வாரம் திங்கட்கிழமை, புதன்கிழமை and வெள்ளிக்கிழமை வேலை செய்ய முடியும்.
Sir, I'm available this week on Monday. I can work on Wednesday and Friday.
Okay, so as you see there, it translates almost instantly and it has AI built in. It's actually got ChatGPT built in. And can you tell me how long you've been doing this job?
நீங்கள் இந்த வேலையை எவ்வளவு காலமாக செய்து வருகிறீர்கள் என்று சொல்ல முடியுமா?
நான் இந்த வேலை ஒரு 5 வருஷமா செய்து வருகிறேன்.
I have been doing this job for 15 years.
Wow. So you can see it's quite seamless. You can do translation of so many different things these days, like phones, iPhones or Androids, but to have something that's got it fully built in and that works offline, it is really handy and it's super easy to carry around. What's even better is that the T1 comes with 31 plus offline language packs, 42 languages with 95 accents, and even includes 24 months of free global data, so you're covered in over 100 countries. It also has 5 different translation modes for every situation. There's one-click translation that works as the perfect icebreaker, listen mode that instantly translates what someone is saying around you, chat translation that captures both sides of the conversation, landscape mode for side-by-side, text reading, and even photo translation. Day-to-day life with our nanny so much smoother because it's also the kind of tool that would make any traveler's life easier, whether you're negotiating in a market, asking for directions, or connecting with locals. If you also want to get one of these for yourself, check the description box below and the pinned comment. I'll leave your unique discount and deal in the comment. Check it out. Talk to you guys a little bit more about the apartment, how much it cost, and just some more information shortly. But firstly, we're going to go downstairs to show you the area, the shopping mall, the restaurants, and also grab some coffee because it's first thing in the morning. And one thing Malaysia is good for is a good cup of coffee. So we're going to go downstairs and show you what the area is like. Let's go. What we love about this apartment, you literally come out of your apartment and into a lift, and we're going to now go directly into a shopping mall, which is so convenient, especially when you have a kid as well, because they've got a nursery in here, they've got kids places that we're going to show you later in this video, we've got a grocery store, we're going to show you around. We are going to walk into a shopping mall. I mean, the convenience of having such a thing in the place that you live is incredible. So we even have our own ATM, literally just downstairs. And down here, when you come out, you literally have this really nice food court that sells all different types of things like fruit, groceries. But firstly, we're gonna go grab a coffee. As soon as you come down, they've got like a sports shop. We have something called a Watson's, which in the UK, this is basically equivalent to Boots. It's got all your cosmetics, your shower gels, bath stuff. And they've got this really nice feature right in the middle. It's like a little garden and a little waterfall. Very nice. Gives you that kind of peaceful feeling, which is really nice to have in the place that you live. And it's just literally, the whole place is flattened with so many different restaurants, places to have brunch, to have coffees. I mean, it's just endless. We've got so many Japanese restaurants, Korean restaurants, Chinese, Mediterranean, all different variations here. And guys, this is the best place in Malaysia to get your coffee, which is Kenny Hills Coffee, the best spot in town.
Definitely my favorite.
Yeah. And they've also got some of the best desserts in town.
Look, this tiramisu cake is literally to die for. Shot cappuccino.
No way. Your coffee machine is broken. I'm actually recording a YouTube video, and in the video I told them that this is the best coffee place in Malaysia. A new one is coming. Oh man. Oh. Guys, that is anti-climax. This is usually the best place in Malaysia to have coffee, is Kenny Hills. But today, like, I can't believe it, the coffee machine is broken. A new one is coming though, yeah? Yes. Okay, later, we'll come back later. Okay, no worries, thanks man. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so guys, this is, honestly, I love coming here to grab my coffee, because in Malaysia, they do good coffee literally everywhere. But this is my favorite. They just have the best beans when it comes to the roastery. Anyway, there's plenty of coffee shops in this shopping mall. So we're gonna go to another one of our favorites that we can show you. So we are going to come to this place here, which is called Lizette's. It's supposed to be one of the most nicest places in the area. Wow. I mean, look at this, guys. As soon as you walk into restaurants and cafes in Malaysia, they just have so many amazing pastries, sweet stuff. It is just absolutely endless. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Good morning. Do you have tables outside?
Outside, yeah.
Yeah? Thank you. Wow, look at this place, guys. It's just very artsy. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. So this place is actually quite famous, what seems to be for like things like their brunches. Big breakfast, and I'll just show you a little bit of their menu. Have things like these big egg pancakes, breakfast pancakes for around 35 ringgit, which is roughly around £7 British or £6.50, which honestly is not too bad. They got fluffy berry pancakes, they got acai bowl, and I must say, you know, coming from England, where if you was to sit down in a restaurant like this in London, for example, so for like a breakfast, if you're in London, here it's costing 35 ringgit, which is basically around £6 British. But if you're in the centre of London, you'll be quite lucky to get a coffee and a croissant for £6 British. So it's nice to be able to get like a big meal. So the value for money in countries like Malaysia is so much better for people when they visit from the European countries. And that's why I guess a lot of expats like to visit Malaysia.
Mont Kiara is actually meant to be an affluent neighborhood in Kuala Lumpur. This is where more affluent Malaysians, if you like, live. Yes, baby. There is actually like a really huge and nice expat community around Mont Kiara. I mean, the property prices are crazy here. They're well into like millions of ringgit because it's meant to have that luxury feel to it.
So we just ordered this French toast from this place. This is actually a French concept restaurant. And honestly, that looks absolutely incredible. How's it tasting?
It's really yummy.
It's tasty?
Yeah.
And honestly, I have to say, guys, that Malaysia, one thing they are so good at as well is their pastries and desserts. I mean, if you're from Malaysia, I'd love you guys to let me know why that is. And what is your favorite dessert here in Malaysia? It's really tasty. How much was this?
30 ringgit, which is around £5.50, something along those lines.
Yeah, so not bad. £5.50 for a dessert, and the coffees were
around $3 each.
I think the reason why people love Mont Kiara so much is the convenience, because you have absolutely everything on your doorstep, and a lot of it. You know, you have plentiful of malls, shopping, grocery stores, health stores, pharmacies, kids' playgrounds, kids' play areas. It's just, you know, everything is on your doorstep. The convenience is insane. And there's a lot of good schools around, like really good Montessori nurseries, international schools. So I think it's very attractive as well to expatriate. And that's exactly the reason why me and Nia chose to stay here, because the convenience of things, the cleanliness of things, the accessibility to things is next to none. In this level, Malaysia is just top notch.
Okay, so we just got the bill for the 2 coffees and that brioche. So this actually came to 76 ringgit. And I'll just show you the bill here. And the reason it came to a little bit more is because when you come to like a restaurant like this, you pay things like the service charge, which is 10%, and tax, which is 6%. So in total there, we paid around almost £3 just in service charge and tax, which in a small coffee shop, you don't really need to pay that. But we just wanted to show you guys this restaurant as well, because it's a really nice place in town to grab some coffees and a nice little snack or like a dessert type of thing. So now we've just come for a little bit of a walk outside of our area, everyone. And as you can see, it's such a busy high street. There's so much happening. This is kind of the main road and area of Mont Kiara. And everywhere you look, all these high-rise buildings, they're basically apartment buildings. Most of these buildings that you see here are all apartments. They're full of residents. So this area is such a big expat community area. And you have expats living here, a lot of Malaysians living here. And then this area that we're going to go down now is basically right next to where we live. And it's really nice because it has all these cafes and restaurants that we'll just show you. And as you can see, guys, it's definitely a very, very affluent and wealthy area. You've got like the G-Wagons pulling up. You've got really nice cars everywhere. Really, really fancy area in Malaysia here. One thing I will say though that this area is missing is just like a local park, which is very unfortunate because, you know, in Malaysia it's all about kind of a forest within the city, but here in Mont Kiara they are missing that. But what they do have is this nice little area where you can come for a walk. We usually do that in the evenings to bring our little daughter for a walk. We just come around here and enjoy a nice little stroll. We've got like ice cream stands over there. We have some more cafes, we've got Indian restaurants, and everywhere you look up here in Mont Kiara, guys, you have these beautiful modern looking buildings. And something that, you know, places like Europe can take away from places like Malaysia is how quickly they build their infrastructure and create these beautiful areas for expat living. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere in London that looks like this, for example. And if it does look anything like this, you're probably paying for an apartment to buy, for example, for like a studio or a 1-bedroom over £1 million, and it's just basically like a shoebox. And also, if you're wondering how to book the apartment that we're currently staying in here in Mont Kiara, I'll leave the Airbnb link and the gentleman's WhatsApp details in the description box below and the pinned comment, so you guys can contact him directly. I book it through Airbnb or you can book it directly via his WhatsApp. But he's got quite a number of different apartments available via his Airbnb. They manage quite a few properties in this area, so you'll be able to kind of choose. So you can either go directly with him or you can go via Airbnb, whatever suits you guys easier. And also, it can be very, very difficult to find somebody trustworthy to rent from, because I contacted so many people prior to coming here to look for a kind of a good apartment on Airbnb, but it just seemed like it was very hard to find somebody that was able to give us exactly what we wanted. So when we actually came across Zach, this gentleman that helped us initially on Airbnb, he was super helpful, super trustworthy, and just very, very willing to give us whatever we needed to make our stay here in Kuala Lumpur really, really easy. So definitely recommend using him. If you like what you see in terms of the area, all the coffee shops and all the amenities that comes with this place, just get in touch with Zach. He'll look after you, and just share with him that you came from this video, and I'm sure he'll give you guys a good deal as well. Now we're going to show you roughly how much your basic needs cost here in Kuala Lumpur. So we're going to a place called Jaya Grocer. It's basically the equivalent of like a Tesco back in the UK.
So we love eating watermelon because they grow their own watermelon here in Malaysia. This, for example, is a Malaysian watermelon, and it's about 7 ringgit 70 per kg. So around £1.20 per kg. Should we get that one?
Yeah, that's good.
Beef here is really, really expensive. Most of it comes from Australia and New Zealand. So a grain-fed slice like that, yeah, it's basically like nearly £10, like £8 for this small grain-fed beef. We're getting a really thin sliced Australian beef, just slightly over 300 grams is like £6.
We've got like this here. So this is basically 9 ringgit for like 5 pieces of drumsticks, and that's about £2. It's not too bad, to be honest. The chicken is, I find everywhere we go around the world, is fairly reasonable. So similar price to the UK.
Selection in Malaysian grocery stores is fantastic. I mean, you have such high variety of veggies, grains, fruits. It's, you know, you can get anything here. I find that fish here is quite expensive, to be honest. If we compare to the prices in Europe, you know, this is trout. This is not even salmon. This is trout, and like 200 grams is like over £5. I mean, it's similar to Europe, but bearing in mind people in Malaysia earn much less, so I don't think local people can afford this. Even for me, I look at it and it just seems like a lot.
So when it comes to eggs, guys, there's a big selection here. They've got eggs from as little as like £2, or you can go for the ones that come from Japan, which are kind of the super fresh eggs. And usually I go for these onsen eggs. They're really, really tasty. They've got the orange in the middle. But recently I've gone for the best ones, which are actually 15 ringgit, all the way from Japan. And they are called ken kori. Super delicious. And when you cook with them, the orange yolk in the middle, they say you can even eat it raw. It's that good. So yeah, these are definitely my favorites.
We are just showing you the prices in supermarkets, in Mont Kiara or supermarkets in general. If you go to local markets, of course, things will be much, much cheaper and much affordable.
Yeah, I mean, if you're from Malaysia, please let us know of some local markets that you can recommend, because we would actually like to go and see the differences in price. So one thing that is so controversial for me here is Greek yogurt, because it's something that I absolutely love eating. However, Greek yogurt, I don't know why, somebody please tell me, in Malaysia is so expensive. So for like a tub of, where's our favorite one? So an authentic Greek yogurt here, guys, is 35 ringgit, which is almost £7 It's crazy. I mean, this is not even 1 kg, this is 900 grams. And for like 1 kg in the UK, we're paying about £2. So I'm actually so surprised at why it's so expensive here. Or you can go for your more budget style yogurt. So they have this one. So this is not Greek yogurt, it's more like your natural yogurt. And this one comes in around 16 ringgit for a natural yogurt. And to be honest, it's 1.4 kg, so it is a big amount. But to be honest, there's no better yogurt than Greek yogurt. So a lot of things you can get cheap in Malaysia, but then there's the odd thing here and there that's like £7 for a Greek yogurt.
It's imported from Australia.
Yeah, well, I mean, Australia is not that far away though. So anyway, my Malaysian subscribers, please tell me why it's so expensive. And then things like butter, guys, this is the one we usually go for here. It's called golden churn butter, unsalted. And this cost around $16.99, which is roughly around £3 It's like cheese. We usually go for this one here, Becca, and it's a really nice cheddar style cheese. Again, it's Australian, so a lot of things in Malaysia are imported from Australia, as they said. So this costs 19 ringgit, which is roughly around £3.50, close to around £4 So we're just paying for our shopping, guys. We've got 2 beef strips, some watermelon, some cheese, and some eggs. Let's see how much that's going to come to. Thank you. And one thing you need to download here in Malaysia, guys, is Grab. The Grab app is basically where you do everything on. You basically book your taxis on there, you can order food from there, like groceries, and also you can use it to get points from like grocery stores like Jaya Grocer. And it all adds up end of the day. If you're staying here for a few months, you might get a few ringgit off your shopping. And also the people that work in these stores are really friendly. They always pack your bags for you, and it's really nice. But bring your own bag here. So guys, that came to 99 ringgit, which comes to exactly £17. So that's enough just for like one day. So let me know in the comments what you think, if that's expensive or not. I think it's basically standard. It's not more expensive than the UK, and it's not cheaper either. So it's almost identical. yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the most expensive places to live and shop in Malaysia. So I guess it's fairly affordable. I mean, in London, you'll be paying like, if you go to like a very expensive place, you'll be paying much more. Yeah, like a different grocery store in the UK, like Waitrose.
Jaya and big grocery stores are, on the higher end, so the price point is also appropriate to that.
Now everyone, we've just come back home with the shopping. I'll just show you what we've basically got. We've got watermelon, we've got 2 of these incredible Japanese eggs, and then we've got these beef strips, 2 these really nice cheese stringers they call them here, for Aya, really tasty. I mean, when I say all of that, to be honest, hardly anything. 17 British pounds. I guess in US dollars, that's probably about almost $25. So yeah, not much, but not bad either. Also everyone, who I was mentioning earlier, Zach, in the video, he's actually popped in just to say hi. He's the gentleman that has helped us find this incredible apartment. So if you are interested, as I mentioned, to rent a place like this or this one specifically, reach out to Zach directly. I'll leave his details in the description box so you can contact him. So now we're back in the apartment, and I'll just give you guys some information about the apartment that we're staying in terms of how much it cost us. So it's basically cost us 6,100 Malaysian ringgit per month, and that's roughly just over 1k in British pounds. And I mean, honestly, for what we're getting here in comparison to like the UK, for 1k in the UK, you'll be lucky to get a shoebox with like a room, basically. Yeah, a room, exactly. You'll just get a room in London shared with maybe 4 or 5 other people. But here in Malaysia, you're getting a full-blown apartment. You have your own swimming pool downstairs. We've got a gym. I mean, we're attached to a shopping mall. There's nurseries here. I mean, the list just goes on. And another thing I really want to touch on in Malaysia is the safety element. Malaysia is, in terms of all the countries we've visited, it's definitely up there with probably one of the safest countries I've ever been. We never have to worry about walking with our daughter on the street, walking at night. Anytime we go out, things just feel safe. People here are really kind, friendly. You don't have any animosity between people. It just feels very, very safe when we're out and about. And if you're a digital nomad and are looking for places to work, Kuala Lumpur is definitely the place for that. We've got a lot of like workspaces, so like shared working areas like co-working. So there's actually a place here in Mont Kiara which is called Common Ground, and that's the place that I go to because I used to like working in cafes, but after you work in cafes for quite some time, it just kind of gets a little bit like boring, if you like, because you get distracted as well by people coming in, and I just like to be in a bit of a more serious environment with other people working as well, so it's nice to have that option. So things like Common Ground cost around 70 British pounds for a month, and that's for the co-working space. You get free coffee in there, you get free water, and obviously the internet is included, and you can use 2 areas. You can use the area where I'm showing you now, or this outside part. If you want like a more private desk, they have that option as well, which is for 100 British pounds, and you get your own private desk. But it's also shared in like an open area, but you have your dedicated desk, so you can bring things like your monitor there and just keep your belongings. They even have these huge office spaces, so if you're coming here, even like a company or a big group of people for some time, you can rent out a whole office like this that has these huge windows overlooking Mont Kiara just downstairs. Or they've even got these small rooms which are really, really handy if it's just a couple of you or just one of you and you want kind of like a private office space. But personally for me, I like to be in like a co-working area to have some other people around as well. When you come to these workspaces in Kuala Lumpur, you meet so many different expats from all around the world, and we've got Stephen here all the way from Scotland, right?
Scotland. Yeah.
What brought you to Kuala Lumpur in the first place?
So KL for me, we came years ago. I've been traveling the world for the last 6 years with my partner Jess. We got stuck here during COVID, so we were kind of forced to just kind of experience what Malaysia was like and everything else. And although we had lockdown, we then got to open up the country and see more of it, and we started to just fall in love with the country and KL as a base. It's one of those amazing cities that kind of bridges kind of comfort with feeling very foreign, at least for a Westerner. I have all the comforts of home. I have good restaurants that I love and that I can eat from everywhere. The apartments are lovely. You have co-working spaces like this. It's everything's kind of catered to, and it's looking forward, and it's obviously going places, but at the same time, it still feels like I'm in Southeast Asia. And I can still hop on a plane and be at a beach in an hour. I can go to a kopitiam and get the best bowl of noodles I've ever had. You know, it's a great city to live in and to experience, even with the frustrations that it has.
Love that. And what is it that you're currently doing for work?
So I'm a freelance writer. So I've been I kind of stumbled into freelance travel writing about 4 or 5 years ago now. So most of it is online, based in the US. I have a lot of clients in there focusing on like points and miles, different types of travel guides and all that sort of thing. And in the next year, we're in the kind of final stages of solidifying a contract, but I'm hopefully writing a guidebook for Malaysia. So that will be a big project for the next year going forward.
When it comes to co-working spaces, Common Ground is one of the biggest names you'll find in Malaysia. With over 10 beautifully designed offices across Kuala Lumpur alone, they provide the perfect environment whether you're a freelancer, startup or established business. What I really love is the flexibility as a member. You're not just tied to one location. You can move between the different offices in KL depending on where you are that day, making it super convenient. And the benefits don't stop there. Common Ground is part of a larger family. Their sister company has co-working spaces all across Southeast Asia. That means if you're traveling to places like Thailand, Vietnam or the Philippines, your membership opens the door to a whole regional network of offices and communities. It's more than just a workspace, it's a lifestyle upgrade that connects you to like-minded professionals, opportunities and a thriving community across the region. If you do want to check them out, head over to the description. I've left a link where you can see their website and some more information about their offices. So you're also probably wondering how to get around when you are in Kuala Lumpur. What's the best method of transport? So to be honest with you, in some countries it's public transport, but in Mont Kiara area there's no public transport that actually comes here, so there's no like metro system or anything like that. That is the only downside if you rely on things like public transport. However, saying that, as an expat coming to Malaysia, things like Grab, which is their version of Uber, is very affordable. I can get a Grab from here to KLCC, which is roughly around 15 to 20 minutes, and it shouldn't cost more than between £3 to £4 in a Grab. If it's very busy and there's traffic, the price does increase a little bit, maybe to like £5 or £6, but it shouldn't be more than that. And then if you need to do shorter journeys, like 10-minute journeys or something like that, it will cost you around £2, which honestly is very affordable. And the reason I say that, because in England it's impossible to get any journey for £2, or let alone 5. It starts off from £5. As soon as you jump into, let's say, like a black cab or an Uber, the starting price is £5 minimum. So yeah, it's just great to have the ability just to get on the Grab app and just book a taxi to wherever you want. Now with Grab itself as well, as I was mentioning earlier in the video, you can do things like order food, groceries, or even some items that's around like shopping malls and things like that if you're feeling a little bit lazy. So yeah, it's kind of like an all-in-one application. Now when it comes to things like gyms and fitness, Malaysia is definitely really good at that. There's plenty of gyms and fitness places around that you can join. And another thing is, a lot of apartments here in Malaysia, or in KL specifically, come with a gym. And the gym that we've got in this building, I'm going to show you shortly when we go down, it's not the best, like it's not amazing, but it's got it's got some weights, it's got a couple of machines, and it's got some running machines. It's good enough to kind of get a good exercise in. But if you want something a little bit more advanced and you're more of an advanced trainer and taking your gym very seriously, there's a Fitness First in Mont Kiara, which is, I believe, kind of I'd say the most premium gym around here, and their membership starts at 4 months, so they don't do monthly. They've got kind of more budget friendly gyms as well, which is like in another area downstairs, which I've seen as cheap as 125 ringgit with no sign-on fees or anything like that. So there's different options for the more advanced trainers that are taking their fitness seriously. And if you're a family that's thinking of moving to Malaysia, there's a lot of good international schools in this local area. There's Montessori schools, there's many international schools that you guys can enroll your children into. There's nurseries, and some of the nurseries that we looked at for Aya specifically, just because we're here for a few months, we thought she can bond with some kids and just learn something. We saw a nursery that is in our building, and it's around £300 for part-time. So the child stays there from 9:30 in the morning to around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. To be honest, I'm not very experienced when it comes to nurseries because this is our first kid, so I'm not sure how much nurseries typically are around the world. But one thing I do know, that nurseries, for example, in the UK are around £1,000 a month to enroll your child. So there's a big difference there. It's less than half that here in Malaysia. And bearing in mind, this area is very affluent and very nice. So now we're going to just wait for Aya to wake up because she's going to have a little bit of a nap. She got tired from this Malaysian heat, and we're going to go downstairs and show you the pool area. Yeah, oh yeah, they got a really nice jacuzzi downstairs. I'm going to show you that. Bubbles, yeah. There's bubbles for her, jacuzzi for us. Also, if you're still watching till now, everyone, please hit the subscribe button because we are almost at 100,000 subscribers, just 10,000 away. But I know we can do it here in Malaysia. All right, let's go. So here is the swimming pool area, everyone. It's super nice. It's very big. So now there's only one thing left to do, is jump into the swimming pool and enjoy it. Honestly, having something like this just downstairs from where you live is really nice and comforting. Something you just don't get living back in the UK. After finishing from the pool, I went to the gym for a quick workout and to show you guys around. As you can see, it's a very basic setup with a few machines and weights, but it does the job to get a decent enough workout in. And what you'll find in Kuala Lumpur, a lot of the buildings that you stay in will have a gym and a swimming pool attached. And that's where we're going to end today's episode, everyone. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button, because once we hit the 100,000 subscribers, we will be taking one of you on an adventure with us. And I want to make sure you don't miss out on that, especially here in Malaysia. If we reach it here in Malaysia, it's going to be big celebrations, and hopefully we can bring some local people in town to celebrate all together. I'll see you on the next video, which will be coming next weekend. And if you've got any questions about what it's like here in Kuala Lumpur, feel free to ask away in the comment section. We always answer as many as possible. All right, everyone, see you on the next one. Peace out.